Sentiment in the building sector improved in the third quarter, albeit still at a low level. The BER Building Confidence Index, which measures sentiment in the building sector, rose by 5 points to 40 in the third quarter. FNB says the current index level means that about 60% of respondents are dissatisfied with prevailing business conditions. Sentiment improved amongst building material manufacturers, architects, hardware retailers and subcontractors. However, confidence decreased among main contractors and quantity surveyors. FNB says the residential building sector continued to underperform this quarter, while work for non-residential builders showed a noticeable improvement. Senior economist at FNB, Sipamandla Mkhwanazi, says the weakness in residential building activity reflects the downbeat trends in the housing property sector. Mkhwanazi says the building outlook suggests that there is good cause for optimism regarding the medium-term prospects for the building construction sector. He, however, says a number of constraints continue to weigh on sentiment in the sector, such as delays in municipal approvals and crime, as well as extortion.
The cessation of load shedding since March has reduced demand for residential energy installation, which was an important source of work for the sector in the recent past. Meanwhile, demand for non-residential buildings is faring better, although it is coming off a very low base. What was also interesting was a marked rise in architect and, to a lesser extent, quantity surveyor activity, which suggests that building demand is increasing, which will likely support building work in the coming quarters. However, while the outlook for activity is encouraging, a number of constraints continue to weigh on sentiment in the sector. These include delays in municipal approvals, as well as increased incidents of crime and extortion in the sector. These will need to be addressed to ensure that projects can run unhindered and can be completed on time and within budget. Had it not been for these constraints, it's likely that sentiment would have risen by much more than it is currently reported.